Hi, Ronessa. I'm glad you're getting things in. Now, sometimes you have to remind me um, because I'll overlook them, especially if they're were turned in a while ago. So I'll go back through the grade roster and make sure that I get your submissions. But I wanted to acknowledge that you've been catching up, and we've got 2 weeks left. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you think that I've overlooked something. Vanessa, there's a lot to like about this too. It's been a while since I've seen typewriter type, and in this context, visually I like it. But what does it, what does it suggest? Who uses typewriters? Nonetheless, I think something coarse against something refined is actually very attractive. I like these bands. It suggests amethyst. It uses the colors of the corporate palette. But I'm wondering if maybe you could just move it all the way over to the left, so we're not left with these. Well, I don't know. You have created some interesting negative spaces. Your imagery is good. The typography on the contact information, I don't think you need it. Perhaps capitalize on the relax, refresh, refuel. It's generally understood that by clicking on the ad, you'll be taken to a website, so you may not need this kind of information. And that'll make it much cleaner. The image, watch where you crop, people. I think it's a little bit awkward to crop the top of the head off. Either make the detail even larger, perhaps occupy this whole 2/3 of the field, or small enough to include the details like all of the head and perhaps some of more of the legs. Don't know if you need two taglines. I think the relax, refresh, refuel is probably enough. The book and visit today, I don't know, as a rejoinder. Watch the number of type sizes you use. In terms of movement, I think it's, judge for yourself as it's reflected back at you. But I think it's a good rhythmic pace. It's not rushed. You might consider some transitions. I'll open it up in Photoshop next. Oh, Ronessa, this is a nice collection of things, and I wanted to acknowledge your receipt of your screenshots of your process too. You can knit these into the final reflection. One of the themes of this term has been embedding images. Not necessary, not required, but again, just a suggestion. Ronessa, I appreciate that you're conscientious about your image sources, and I would say that's also optional. You might consider having your image source as a layer. That's an example in your Photoshop document. That's an example of metadata. Anyway, you've got a simple, looks like 6 keyframe based animation, and it's prompting me to link to some vector objects, which is probably the logo. Anyway, I'm going to back it up here and just take a look at it. Any one of these, is a good sort of climax for the ad. This frame, this would be a good place to sort of peek out at. And think about it as a mini drama, with a introduction, a climax, and perhaps a denouement. All right, good going. Look forward to seeing how you incorporate or tie all these things together.